game. He says, do you think United can get Champions League this season? So United are playing Forest away from home after 3 wins on the bounce. Obviously, I know a lot about United wearing what is, I think, one of my favourite kit out of the 3 this season. We'll be wearing this kit as well. The same kit we got beaten through, won by Brentford by. So immediately, I want to get that win just so the kit feels better. But Forest away from home. Forest have been probably one of the most entertaining clubs this season, but for not to do with their football at all. Just the insanity that is Nottingham Forest under Marinakis in the last 12 to 18 months. But Forest away, United won 3 on the bounce. Dyche got 2-0 beat by Bournemouth, but then obviously won against Porto at home, 2 penalties in the Europa League in midweek. So it's a game that I'm trying not to just get a little bit giddy about, because I don't trust my players and my club to produce consistently. But I personally feel cautiously optimistic. And to answer the super chat question from Donna Noctumania, my answer is that we can, but I don't know if we will.
Is the best way I can yes put this. Or no? Do you think Man United are making top 4? Yes or no?
Do I think they...
Yes or no?
So the question is, can they? Will we? No. I reckon we'll miss out by 3 to 5 points by the end of the season.
Oh, there's no chance. There's absolutely no chance.
You reckon?
Oh, this happens...
all the time.
This happens all the time. This has happened every single season since Fergie leaves, and it's beautiful for Liverpool fans and City fans to watch. 3 weeks ago, it was Ruben Amorim's the worst manager we've ever had. We've got to get rid of him. You've had a few good results. Winning at Anfield was great, but let's be honest, they had enough chances to put that game to bed. You've had some good results in the meantime, and all this is papering over the cracks. Ten Hag did it about 6 times, which gave him an extra 50 million in his bank account. He did it with the FA Cup final against City. He did it at the Etihad 3 times. Everything was going bad. He got a couple good results. Everyone wants him to stay. Oh, trust the process, trust the process. I can guarantee you that's what's happening now. I think you've made good signings, and I think you'll be way better than you were last year, for sure. Because by the very nature... It's hard to be
worse.
But yeah, by the very nature of football, what I like about Amorim is he has stuck to his principles pretty well. And I think by the very nature of football, if your players are playing in that style for over a year, they are eventually going to get better. So you will be better. But coming Champions League football this year, it's just not going to happen. And I will also say, maybe my hatred is driving me here. Maybe I'm not being objective.
No, keep going.
I will also say there is no chance he beats Sean Dyche on his first home Premier League. No way on earth. I'm happy to say that fully with my chest. I know that I'll get rinsed.
Sean Dyche is going to play the exact way that we've struggled against all season.
Exactly.
The games that we've won, last 3 games, they've been games with space. Like the Liverpool game was weird space because we basically didn't play with a striker. So your centre-backs just had no clue what to do for the whole 90 minutes, which is why we then won all the second balls, because our midfield was joined by our attack and we were just fitter than you for the rest of the game. That's why we then won that game. Sunderland game was, again, space. Sunderland, as soon as they went 5 at the back, we struggled a bit more. Brighton as well. Brighton were just all over the place when we beat them. They were all over. It was a combination of us being good and them being bad. But I'm kind of enjoying in the short term the couple of changes Amorim has made. It's a bit more basic, bit more route one, but I don't mind it because we're playing slightly more route one with the players who can actually do it. Like if you have a 6'5" striker, that helps. I mean, playing route one,
it makes sense.
But it's not sustainable terms of football. What I've always said about Amorim, I've been saying this for the last since maybe just before the summer, since basically the Europa League final, is he was never taking the small wins in terms of the things he was changing, playing Mbumo close to the striker, letting Cunha drop deep a bit, letting Ahmad play higher and then having our left wing back a little bit deeper, letting Lenny Yoro play the channels rather than Harry Maguire or De Ligt. He wasn't doing these, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why. As soon as he did them, bang, 3 wins in a row. I do agree with you in that I don't think it's odds on by any stretch of the imagination. I'd give us a 1 in 10 of hitting those top 4 spots. Again, a lot better chance if it becomes 5th, but that depends on you lot going far in the Champions League. So if you want to do me a favour with that, that'd be fantastic. But
the thing is, 2 weeks ago, you wouldn't have said any of this, would you? Realistically, I'm not coming for you.
Out.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I haven't changed my mind.
Was you hammering out?
Right now,
you changed your mind. You was hammering out before.
Yeah.
So you still hammering out?
Overall, yeah. Okay, no. So my process with Amorim has always been, I don't think him right now will last in the job because he doesn't make these changes. He's made these changes, but again, I just still don't think. I think I've always said he's a quality manager. You can go check the tapes if you want. I've always said he is a quality manager who, in 10 years' time, when he's 50, will be probably much better suited to this kind of job than he is right now because in terms of managing players, and galvanizing players, it's the best I've seen a manager do it for us since Alex Ferguson left. Like, these players are still playing for this guy, despite the fact that everything that's gone on compared to Mourinho, Solskjaer, Louis van Gaal, even like Ralph Rangnick for a few months, the players just didn't like him. He's made a good squad and he can play good football. I just don't think it's going to happen yet. That's where I've been with Amorim before this, and that's where I am now. And I also said 10 wins in a row, I might change my mind. 10 3, that guy's still got his hair on.
I know.
If Frank United Strand loses his hair, then maybe I'm going, interesting. But overall, I just don't think he's equipped for it right now in terms of his skill set. In 5-10 years' time, his skill set will be much bigger, much better, and he will become a fantastic manager.
I like the fact that he stuck to his principles. I do like it, and I think good. And I think it's nice, not from a City fan perspective, but nice from like a football fan perspective, that he's been given a bit of time to stick to those principles. Unlike Ange, who was given like 37 days, and that's how the football cycle works at the moment. Like, they want instant results, even though you've gone from Nuno, who's a defensive manager, to an attacking manager. That was never going to work. That's not how anyone can work it. So I think, like, in that way, Amorim's done well, and I think you have to be quite a strong character to be able to take all of the heat he's got.
That's why I rate him as a manager in the future.
But also, like, he started the season when you were playing terribly with Mount up front, when you've got Sesko on the bench. Doesn't make any sense. And then he brings Sesko in, and it's like, that's such an easy solution.
Yeah.
And you question, how good can a manager be if they can't see that until quite a few games in?
Yeah, it was the only thing I can think of why he was doing that was just like, he was being overcautious. I did get, Šeško didn't have a pre-season, came in literally 1 week before the season started, so I get it. It was like when he then started against Grimsby, and then he played the 90, and then he took like the 10th penalty because he had loads of cramp. I was like, why didn't you just take him off at 80, give him that rest, and then let him start against Burnley, for example, like instead of dropping him for that game? But I think he took too long to make some of these changes. But for now, I am just happy that he's made them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to watch next week, and then the week after, and then the international break, and week after, and then just keep it like that.
You've got to enjoy it, man.
Thinking about next season, 3 seasons, 5 seasons, ridiculous thing to do. What's the point?
No
one knows what's going to happen. So if you're a Liverpool fan, if you're a City fan, you think along, you're stable, you think along ahead. Right now, it's not even worth me thinking about. That's how I feel on this. That makes sense.
At Christmas, you change your whole mind. I can see it already.
Yeah, if we get going and lose 4 of our next 7, I'll be back to being like, look, we had a good blip, but is what it is. You can't do that 3 times over the course of 15, 16 months. Like, just go on these massive losing streaks.
I think that answering the question as well about United coming top 4 is, I think that we're focusing a lot on Amorim, but I also look at your team and I just think that it's actually not that great. Like, there's not loads of quality in it. Like, you're quite top heavy, I think. Like, obviously, like, Cunha's been brilliant, even if he's not scoring goals. And Mbeumo was always going to work because he'd worked in the Premier League before. He was never going to drop his levels massively. Same with Cunha. But then I also think like Casemiro's pretty old. I don't rate Dalot that much. Bruno Fernandes is one of those like double-edged swords where like he's technically your best player, but also can really stink out the gaff and cause you to lose a game. And I just think that even if you do get playing good football, I don't think that squad is anywhere near the 4th best in the Premier League.
Yeah, like I think our attack's definitely up there with one of the best in the Premier League, just in terms of the individual quality we have.
But I agree. We're talking like top 5, top 6.
Yeah, I'd say like one of the best like top 5 attacks in the league. Yeah, just based off quality there. But in terms of what you were saying with top heavy, big time. We went for attackers instead of defenders this season, this summer. Because we have like 8 centre backs, so it's like it's fine to just, and our best centre backs. I think Delit's been fantastic this season. Lenny Yoro's only going to get better. I think he's been pretty good. Mazwari is good when he's not injured, obviously, but I think last season killed him because he played like 60 games or something ridiculous like that. Casemiro, midfielder and defensive signings, big time needed next summer. But I think that's just the choice United made was be top heavy this season, get some goals in to compensate for maybe the fact that we've kept 1 clean sheet this season, literally out of like 10 games.
That's mad.
I can't say nothing.
1 in 26 for Liverpool.
I can't say nothing.
Mad.
Your defense. You have the opposite problem of our defense. Our defense, we've got loads of players but the average isn't fantastic. You've got 2 to 3 really good defenders, but that's it.
Yeah.
You only have 2 to 3 defenders. So suddenly you look at you losing the Palace in midweek. You played your backup 2nd, 3rd string team. You just got pumped at Anfield again.
I thought Van Dijk can hold it, the greatest centre-back ever to play in the Premier League. I thought he can hold it, but, you know. It's showing there's so many cracks.
Dropped off this season.
Who?
Van Dijk.
Never. There's so many cracks.
Yeah, no, this season, are you telling me that Van Dijk is playing as good this season as he did when you won the Champions League?
He's still the best centre-back in the Prem.